Hello, everybody. Welcome to Aprendo en Casa. I am teacher Evelyn, and I'm very happy to be here with you. Do you remember what we covered on our last lesson? Yes, very good. You reviewed some issues related to TV programs and documentaries, right? Excellent. Well, for today, I prepared a very nice lesson about TV news. Interesting, right? So go and tell your family to participate with us. Very good. For this lesson, we are going to need the following materials. We are going to need a pencil or a pen, a sheet of paper, or a notebook, a sharpener, and an eraser, just in case you need to correct any of your answers. Some important reminders. Try to work in a quiet place, avoid loud noises, and wash your hands to prevent COVID-19. Excellent, very good. Okay, today we are going to practice speaking to complete a task for spoken production. Last week, we learned and enjoyed a lot about television programs and documentaries, right? Exactly, with teacher Jonathan. Well, today we're going to continue learning about this wonderful world, but this time is about TV news. Do you like to watch the news? Okay, very good. We're going to talk about daily news. You're going to watch a graphic organizer, and then this graphic organizer has some words around it. But in the middle, there is nothing. This is empty. So you are going to try to guess what this is about. Let's look at this. Very good. Here you can see the words celebrities, business, sports, politics, crime, weather person, anchor person, sports reporter, cameraman, and reporter. Very good, excellent job, guys. You are going to try to guess what this word is. Okay, think about all the words around it. Okay, do you know the answer? Don't worry, you are going to complete it. Okay, can you complete it? Remember, sports reporter, cameraman. Let's look at the answer together. Excellent, very good. Exactly, this is about TV news. Very good. Okay, excellent job, you are great students. Now that we read the words together, let's do something, okay? What do you think we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about TV news. Okay, excellent job. Okay, don't worry if you don't know the meaning of some words because we're going to review them together. So let's pay attention to the vocabulary. First word is celebrities. So you can see here Will Smith, for example. The next word is business. My father has a business in construction, for example. Then sports. Do you like to practice sports? Very good. Politician. Okay, there are many politicians in Costa Rica. Very good. Crime. Look at the image. Remember, you have to associate the picture to the word. Very good. Weather person. This is the person that is in the TV news and talk about the climate. For example, today is going to be a sunny day. Anchor person. The anchor person is the TV presenter, the person that is in front of the cameras. Next, sports reporter. Would you like to become a sports reporter? Ah, very good, great. Next, okay. Cameraman, cameraman, okay. Next word, reporter. No, okay, let's go. Now that you are, well, let's suppose, now you know the vocabulary. Let's suppose that you are in the English class and the teacher asks you to prepare a dramatization about a TV newscast. So everybody in your family is going to participate. All of them are going to have a role. For example, well, you can be the anchor person or the TV presenter. Your mom or your father or your brother can be the sports reporter, okay? And then you are going to practice that at home and then present it to us. But this dramatization is going to have 3 parts and some characters, okay? So you are going to pay attention to aspects such as what happens at the beginning and what happens in the middle, what happens to the end, okay? So we're going to watch a video and then pay attention to these different stages because this is going to help you to prepare your dramatization. Okay, let's watch it.
It's Wednesday, November 7th, 2018. This is the CBS Morning News. Power shift. Democrats win control of the House in the midterm elections, but the GOP holds on to the Senate. A closer look at the changes in the political landscape. And Democrats flip seats in the nation's gubernatorial races, while Republicans win some big races. Good morning from Studio 57 at CBS News headquarters here in New York. Good to be with you. I'm Anne-Marie Green. Well, the midterm elections produced successes for both parties. Democrats won control of the House, picking up a net gain of at least 26 seats, but Republicans retained control of the Senate, gaining at least 3 seats. The election was marked by extremely high early voter turnout and long Election Day lines. There was an unprecedented number of women candidates. President Trump, while not on the ballot, played a key role. Nearly 40% of voters said that they cast their ballots to express opposition to the president. Nicole Killian is on Capitol Hill. Good morning, Nicole. That's the CBS Morning News for this Wednesday. Thanks for watching. I'm Anne-Marie Green. Have a great day.
Real news, anytime, anywhere. CBSN.
I played 13 years.
Do you like this video? Excellent, very good, right? Would you like to become a TV news reporter? I'm sure you pay a lot of attention. Okay, now that you know important information related to a TV newscast, let me introduce you 3 different parts that your presentation is going to have. Okay, all of them were part of the video. So you needed to pay a lot of attention, right, in order to be able to do it in the same way. So get your notebook and a pencil for you to take notes. But first, we're going to review some vocabulary again. So let's go back to slide number 3 again. Excellent. Celebrities. Don't forget about that. People love watching the news about celebrities. Business. Very good. Sports. Politician. Crime. Weather person. anchor person or TV presenter. Sports reporter. Cameraman. Reporter. Okay. Next, we're going to see the different parts that you need to take into account for making your presentation or dramatization. Keep in mind the vocabulary, okay? So, number one, in the introductory part of the video, the following information is presented. First, there is a greeting. For example, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Also, we can see the date. Let's say today is October 30th, for example, 2020. Next, we have the name of the TV newscast. For example, welcome to TVT Morning News. Then we have the name of the anchor woman. I am Kathy Lee, right? Then we have the introduction of the most relevant news. For example, you can start like this. Today's stories includes, and then you start presenting each one of the TV news, but this is like a very fast summary, okay? Next, after that, she introduces the main news. She starts speaking in a very detailed way about each one of them. For example, first, let's talk about this and this, okay? So there is an order. Then, number 3, at the end of the TV newscast, she says this. Well, the name of the TV newscast and the again. For example, this is TVT Morning News for this Friday, let's say. And then her name again, the name of the anchor person, right? Or the TV presenter. Like I am Kathy Lee. And finally, she said a leave taking or farewell, right? Have a great day or goodbye. Then it has also to include, besides, you have to use transition words to connect one idea to the next. Look at some examples. In the first place, so you're going to use this. For example, in the first place, let's go to the Ministry of Public Education, where our reporter John is, and then you continue giving the news. Then, additionally, for example, there are 2 extra interviews we're going to listen. On the contrary, for example, on the contrary, her mom said she doesn't want to fight against him because blah, blah, blah. Remember, guys, this is in the moment that you are presenting the news. Okay, then John Smithers has more. John, indicating the other person has something else to say. It was the reporter. And then we have first, second, then, finally. Okay, these words are used to connect different ideas. For example, first, let's check on the weather. Okay, and then the reporter person of the weather person says the reporter. Okay, now let's see some formal greetings and farewells. For example, for formal greetings, you can say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Remember that this is a TV newscast, so you have to use formal information. And for formal farewells, you can say goodbye, take care, have a good day, or have a good afternoon, have a good evening, or have a great day, or have a great afternoon, or have a great evening. Okay, very good. Now that you know how to recognize the different parts and elements that you have and phrases that you have to consider for doing your dramatization, let's review what you have to do. Remember, the English teacher asked you to prepare a dramatization about a TV newscast. in which you have to take into account all of your family members. Okay? Very good. Excellent. It's time to practice there at home. Are you following me? What type of information you can include at the beginning? Do you remember? Very good. You're going to say a short introduction, the name of the TV presenter or anchor person, the name of the TV newscast too, right? The date, and a fast summary of the main news. Okay, very good job, guys. Now that we have the necessary information and elements, let's start preparing our dramatization. Okay, look for a person to practice. And remember, your family members have to help you. So let's look at the instructions. It says, task, prepare a dramatization about a TV newscast with the help of your family. Each member is going to have a role on it. For example, you can take the role of the anchor person. Your brother can be the weather person. Your mother or father or any other person you decide can be the sports reporter. Consider the expressions and the three parts seen before. Then practice there at home and present it to us. Remember the three parts, right? It's like an introduction in which you include your name, a greeting, the name of the TV newscast, the date, and also you give a very fast summary about the main news. And then you have another part in the middle. In this part, you are going to start talking about the different news that you want to report. And then in the end, you are going to talk about, you are going to say goodbye, you are going to repeat your name, and you are going to say the name of the TV newscast. Okay, very good job. Congratulations! I'm sure you did a very good job there at home with your family. How was it? Very good, excellent, good job. Okay, now what we're going to do is the following, guys. We're going to go back, please, let's go back to the presentation of the different parts. Okay, let's go to slide, number 16, no, I'm sorry, 13, thank you. Okay, here you have the introductory part of the video because I want to make sure that you understand every single detail, okay? So the following information is going to be presented in this order. A greeting, for example, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Remember that you are going to use formal greetings, right? The date, for example, today is October 30th or October 23rd, 2020. Then we have the other part, next. The name of the TV newscast. For example, let's say, welcome to TVT Morning News. Then we have the name of the anchor woman or anchor person. I am Kathy Lee, or it could be a man. I am Carlos Garcia, for example, okay? The introduction of the most relevant news. For example, today's stories includes, after she introduces the woman in the TV newscast that we observed, she introduces the main news. She starts speaking in a detailed way about each one of them. For example, first, let's talk about blah, 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 blah. Next, at the end of the TV news, she says this. The name of the TV newscast and day again, right? For example, this is TVT Morning News for this Friday. And then her name, the name of the anchor person, right? I am Kathy Lee or I am Carlos Garcia. Very good. Then we have also, besides, we're going to use transition words to connect one idea to the next. Look at some examples. It says in the first place, for example, in the first place, let's go to the Ministry of Public Education where our reporter John is. And then you start telling the audience the news. Additionally, for example, there are 2 extra interviews we're going to listen to, and then you continue giving the news. On the contrary, for example, on the contrary, her mom said she doesn't want to fight against him because this and this. Then John Smithers has more. John Smithers is the name of the TV news reporter, indicating that the other person has something else to say. First, second, then, finally. These words are used to connect different ideas. For example, first, let's check on the weather. Then this other story is about, and then we have the list of formal greetings and farewells. Formal greetings. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Formal farewells. Goodbye, take care, have a good day. It could be also have a good afternoon or have a good evening if it is at night. Have a great day or have a great afternoon or have a great afternoon. Okay, very good. Now that you know all the information, you are going to do your own presentation with your family. Remember to include all of the members. But what about looking at one of your classmates' dramatization? Okay, are you interested? Let's watch it together. Let's watch the video together. This is one of your classmates' dramatization.
Hello, and thanks for joining us. I'm Carlisha Hubbard for C19 News. North Korea is still making threats against the United States. A spokesperson for the rogue nation says the country launched a ballistic missile recently. They say it is capable of hitting the continental U.S. North Korea has fired 22 missiles without active warheads since February of this year. Prince Harry is off the market. The prince is officially engaged to American actress Meghan Markle. The couple is expected to tie the knot at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle in May of 2018. Queen Elizabeth II granted the couple permission to exchange vows in the chapel, which has been the site of many royal weddings. Now, for a look at what's going on at Shelby County Schools, let's check in with Bernetta Baines.
Thank you, Carlisha. Books, books, and more books. The Mexican consulate donated thousands of Spanish-language books to schools all across Shelby County. The announcement came at an event at Bell Forest Community School that was attended by leaders from all across the district.
Today was a great event. The Consulate of Mexico made a special donation to the school district of Shelby County. We provide 15 boxes of Spanish books which are used in Mexico in the primary schools.
The consulate says the books will give the students in America a different view of the citizens of Mexico. In the studio, I'm Bernetta Baines.
Thank you, Bernetta. Now let's check in with Corey Charis for a look at an NBA player who's returning to his alma mater to give back.
Thanks, Carlisha. Indiana Pacers standout Thaddeus Young hasn't forgotten his roots. Young recently donated a state-of-the-art weight room to his former school, Mitchell High. The room features all new equipment, including treadmills and weights. The principal of Mitchell High is not only talking up Young's success on the court, but his time as a student as well.
Dad was an AP student at Mitchell High School. His GPA, if I'm not mistaken, was a 4.3. So basically, he knows what it takes to get to college. And a lot of kids don't really understand that they have to get it in the classroom if they want to make it outside of Mitchell High School.
Young says it's all about giving back to the community. In the studio, I'm Corey Charis.
That's going to do it for this edition of C19 News. I'm Carlisha Hubbard. Thanks for watching.
Wow, do you like it? Awesome, right? As you could see, she included all the elements and the parts. At the beginning, She mentioned her name. She also mentioned the name of the TV newscast. And also, she introduced the audience and say hi. Then she made like a summary of the main news and started presenting them, right? Then, I don't know if you pay attention to the way that she moved to the other person, and then the person started introducing the other news. It could be maybe her brother, right? She didn't tell me, but I think it was her brother or maybe her cousin. Then she was moving from one different part to the other, and I don't know. What do you think about the video? Did you like it? Yes, right. It was very, very nice. I really enjoy it. Okay. Well, guys, it's time to self-assess. So let's self-assess what we did during today's lesson. Okay. Did I read the instructions carefully? Yes, of course. I know you did it. Did I finish the linguistic task as proposed? Pay attention. Did I use different supports to complete the linguistic task, images, audios, and keywords? Then I selected the appropriate information to plan the dramatization. Did you organize the information, guys? And then you were able to form sentences. And at the end, you spoke, right? You were able to give your dramatization. Very good. Excellent job. Okay, what was your favorite part? Oh, great. Well, it was awesome to be here with you. Thank you very much, and see you next week. Bye-bye. Take care. It was Teacher Evelyn. Bye.